Today's recipe is my minced beef recipe. It is so delicious. We make it at home all the time. I shared it in a recent videos and you all wanted to see the recipe. So I'm sharing the recipe with you today. It is so good. If you're interested, keep watching. Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe. Let's get into this recipe. Today I'm excited about my new cookware, and it is the Radiance cookware cast iron, and I love it so much. So we're using it to make beans. What you need to do is put some water in the pot and then put your beans inside. I have just slightly washed these beans, so not thoroughly, slightly washed, because we're still going to parboil the beans, which is boiling it for a few minutes and then rinsing it off. I recently got some new cookware and pots and I've been so excited to use them, especially this one. So this one is called Radiance cookware. It's by a Nigerian brand. It is cast iron and the color is so beautiful. I love it so much. So I'm going to put a link in the description box for you guys. While the beans is parboiling, we're going to make the sauce. So I'm adding some oil, vegetable oil, to a pot. I'm going to heat it up and then I'll add some onion. Onion is very expensive right now, so use sparingly. I'm dividing the onion into two sections. I'll use one now and the other one later. So I'm just going to fry the onion till it is fragrant and soft. And then I'm going to use my minced beef. This is what minced beef looks like. I get it from a supermarket around me, and you can check around here, you'll find it. I'm just going to add this minced beef into the oil and the onion, and we're going to fry till it is no longer red in color, till it's brown. I tend to use minced beef for a lot of recipes lately. I even have a video where I shared like 6 recipes you can use minced beef for that my family loves, and it is so good. If you've not seen it, please check it out. So we're just going to keep frying this minced beef till it is brown, like I said, and I'm just breaking it because I don't want it to be lumpy in the beans. I don't know about you, but beans is one of those meals that I find hard to eat outside. If I'm not the one making the beans, in fact, I'm not going to eat it. I don't think I've ever really eaten anyone's beans, apart from mine, because I have trust issues with people's beans. But let me know if you're like me in the comment section. Now that the beef is considerably brown, we're going to add some tomato puree. Ignore that onion at the top of the tomato puree. So we're going to add it to the sauce, and we're also going to use some tomatoes, blended tomato pepper onion mixture. I'm using tomato puree because it's going to deepen the red color, and I like the flavor of this tomato puree. Just going to make the sauce thicker and richer. I'll fry the tomato puree till it gets rid of that sour taste. So I'm just going to do that for about 5 minutes. And when I do that, I'm going to come back with the tomato mixture and add it to the sauce. I'm not adding any seasoning just yet. I'm just mixing everything so that it doesn't burn and so that it cooks well. When it cooks down, you can see the oil floating to the top and the tomato sauce has reduced. This is what you really want. So I'm just going to keep it on low heat while I face the beans. Now I'm just going to parboil the beans. The beans has been boiling for a few minutes now. I'm just going to drain it in a sieve. You can see how brown the water is. That can be from the color of the beans. I'm using honey beans, which is like brown beans. and I'm going to drain everything out and wash it. I feel for me this helps with heartburn, because I used to have heartburn when eating beans, but right now I don't, especially because I parboil my beans all the time, and I feel like this process also gets rid of pesticides and all of that. So I always parboil the beans. Now the beans is clean, I'm just filling the pot with some water, enough water to cook it, and I've put it back on the cooker. We're going to add onion at this stage. It gives it a lovely flavor, and we're just going to cover and allow to cook. I feel because this is cast iron, the beans cooked quicker than it normally does in my normal pot. I don't know, that's what I felt using this pot today. Anyways, I'm just going to open it up, and as you can see, the beans is properly cooked. We're going to add the sauce now to the beans. I've added all of the sauce. I'm also going to add a bit of water right now so that it can get a bit creamy. The beans is almost cooked, not completely cooked. So I'm going to season it with some all-purpose seasoning. I'm also going to use some thyme and some dried rosemary. I'm also going to use some salt as well for my beans. There are so many ways to cook beans. Even at this stage, I can do it completely differently. What I'm going to do right now is add some palm oil. It will add some color and depth to this dish. It doesn't need to cook too long after you put the palm oil. I'm just going to cover the pot and allow it to steam, and then it will cook properly till the beans is soft. Can you see the cream on top? This is my favorite part of beans, but for video purposes, I'm going to mix everything together. I like taking the top out of the beans because it makes me so happy. I like to dip my bread in it or eat it with dodo. I just love it so much. Make this version of beans and your family will love you forever. Like, my family loves beans so much because my husband loves beans so much. So I always try to make beans as rich as possible. I hope you like this recipe. If you do, click the like button and subscribe because I have more recipes. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.